Alright, and welcome back to TheNosePlays Thea 2. Picking up our game of the Choosen of Horz, Part 5. And last time we had some decisions to make. That's really cool. So there's actually a dragon skeleton on the tile where I can collect dragon. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. I always play with these icons on, and I play zoomed out, so I don't particularly pay attention, but it's kind of unmistakable. That's really cool. I like that. Back to my original thought. We had decided to take a little time to figure out whether we wanted to farm the dragon bone up and use dragon bone as a potential main ingredient for our ring of power that we were planning on crafting. I have since decided that we're probably not going to do that, but instead what we're going to do is we are going to get the mithril for the ring. However, I think I am going to get some dragon bone. And the reason I'm going to get some dragon bone is because I think we can use it to craft some other really good stuff. It's a really high tier resource for us. So that's what we're going to do. Having a few technical difficulties at the moment. Let's see if I can fix this real quick before we continue too far into the video. Alright, I got one other thing I can maybe do. Let's see if that helps at all. Alright. We'll go ahead and continue on. And if it gets too bad, I'll just have to end the video and we'll pick up again whenever I can. Okay, so I think we are going to try and get dragon bone. In order to get dragon bone, I'm going to have to grab one of these three. Monster bone, I think, seems like the most viable choice, seeing as I'm pretty sure maybe blood bone is more viable. I got 2 deposits of blood bone there and there. There is a deposit of monster bone up here, another deposit of blood bone, and I don't think we've uncovered any of the shadow bone. So I'm going to have to take a point into this and then 2 points to grab the dragon bone. That definitely seems like something we should do. I'm just debating as to whether we need to do it right now. I think the answer is probably yes, but not 100% certain. Let's go ahead and we've got a lot of things we could research to get a lot of research points. So if we were to stay here for a while, we would definitely want to gather more furs and get some of that stuff crafted. We've got food going on. We've got regular fur leather, and regular leather. Who are my best researchers? Ten turns to accomplish this with these two characters. I could also do the creature research. It's half as many points, but it is half the time. So yeah, we would get it more regularly, but we might as well go ahead and do this. Alright, so I need to gather quite a few points. That means we should probably try to craft as many things as we can while we're out here as well. We're going to have a lot of furs, so anything that utilizes leather probably would be a good choice. We also have a lot of iron. So something like this is available pretty easily. For light armor, I also have that, which is actually pretty reasonable, 8.8. The monster bone will make it a little more likely to be good quality. We could also use wood. We do have elven wood. That gets us up to 9. And I have a little bit of dark wood, actually. That gets us up to 10. But I can only do one suit of that without crafting more dark wood first. We definitely have more ability to get this, and obviously the blood bone. So maybe we just craft some of these. Let's see here. If we look at our inventory, most of our characters actually have equipment that is higher tier than that already. Only the rat really benefits from it, or any new characters we get. So perhaps that's not the one we want to do. Well, I definitely want to craft at least one more of these. So we'll put her on that. And yeah, that's probably fine. Let's just go ahead and get a couple turns out of the way here. We have a lot of wood. Alright, now that the rain's out of the way. Cooking and composites. Everybody can sort of just keep making these 3 items that we have. That'll be fine for now. Let's get 3 turns down quickly. And that will give us this item. So now we have another one of these. We had a couple of these other items that weren't as good. 42. This one was the bad one. And then both of these characters had items that are not particularly good. Her crafting is at 7. So 20% of 7 is probably not very much, but we can see. Oh, my mistake. She has 12 crafting, so 20% is going to be roughly 2 and something. So this puts her up to 14, and this one puts her up to about the same. Alright, we'll put this on the rat because he's cooking. We'll put this on this character for now. And then this character's gathering is really bad, so a percent-based tool on him would not be great. So we'll leave him the way he is. Also, I forgot to reassign my craft lady. Alright, don't have enough materials to craft any of those. But we should have some higher quality materials for crafting. I don't even remember what we used last time. I guess we could look at it. Examine. What are these made of? Gems and stone. Yeah, gems and stone. I don't even remember if we crafted that or if we just found it. Alright, so we need to get some of these craftsman's aids. I've got enough of the granite to make 2 things from that. And we have enough steel that we can make quite a few. For example, if we wanted to make a straight up very heavy but very good iron crafting tool, that's going to weigh 120, and it's going to take 30 units, so I can make 2 of them. But I can make more of them if I swap in something like a wild material. We would have a chance to make something garbage, but I can make 3 of these because I have 33 granite. Now the question is, research, which one of these makes the most sense? Maybe I make one of each? I have enough to make one of each. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Then we would have this one to give to our best researcher. Also increases crafting by 1%. This one's significantly better percent. And this one is just a flat bonus that's good for anybody who's doing menial crafting tasks, like crafting composites or foods. This gives them a little bit better stat for it. I really like the Inventor's Aid. So I think we're going to start with that one. And we'll put her on that for 2 turns. Alright, we got a fight here. Auto-resolve says that this is a victory with minor injuries. I would like to resolve this one manually. We didn't do any manual combat in the last couple of videos, and our party is getting quite strong. I want to see exactly how strong they are. So I think we should definitely open up with our swordsman. This guy has a spear, right? No, he has the hammer attack. Okay. This guy has a spear. She just has regular melee attack. She's got the wand, and then the rat is just the rat. Alright, so yeah, let's start with him right there. And then for my second attack, maybe we'll put the hammer guy with the hammer attack right here. Alright. So these are unique. They're not the same bear. I can go ahead and I can throw her out. These bears do not have any armor. This one does, but the other ones don't. So I can put her here, get a little bit of damage on that bear. And then this character with the wand, we can use her wand attack right here. Alright, so this is a duplicate of that card, so that's good. When he swings, he'll do extra damage to that one. I've got 2 points. I think I want to summon the werewolf now. Right here. And he'll soak that first attack. And then we have 1 point left. This character has a spider summon. And this character has the ghost. So I can't remember which one of these are better. He also has 60 armor and is really, really good. So we could just apply him to the front line if we wanted to. I think that makes sense. He'll do more damage, and he can soak this attack really well. Alright, let's see how we do. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward. And that's the end of that, I believe. Oh yeah, he still has cards in hand. So we took those cards out and we just got a whole bunch of monster bone and more furs. Some robes that we can break. I'm not sure why she took 19 damage to her health. She didn't really get hit that hard. I don't even think she broke her shielding. That's unfortunate, but alright. That's going to take one more turn. Another set of bears, huh? Alright, and now that we have that crafted, our best researcher is this character. If I go to my equipment, and I give this to her, she should greatly improve her research, which is 8. So without that, it's like 5. So yeah, 3 points, not bad. 2 to 3 points. Also, she's a better craftsman now, so that's helpful. This is not very useful to us, so I'm just going to break it. But the rest of these we can definitely keep around. For example, I can pull this trash quality off of there and give him a higher quality one. Honestly, his gathering is so low that a percent-based one doesn't really make a lot of sense for him. So unless our carrying capacity is really bad, it's more advantageous for him to have this one. Our inventory actually is really close though, so we're gonna have to be careful not to overburden ourselves, which we're about to do. Food is definitely taken care of for the long term. So what's left here? This is the only food I can make, but actually I can make quite a few other ones now. For example, we can make more fruit pies. We could also make pierogi. I think I've already got that out here. I've got seaweed. We can make some seaweed salad and some seaweed sushi wraps. We'll set each of these to 1. We can move these characters off of this. We'll put him on the fruit pies, and I can actually make a couple of these. The rat on the seaweed, that'll work. Yeah, okay, now I forgot to save that design, but that's okay. I wanted to make a different one anyways. So we wanted this with the granite again, but this time we wanted to make one of these perhaps. This is probably the best of the ones that we can make, so let's go ahead and get that done. At least for her, it's the best of the ones we can make, and then we'll make one of the other ones, just the flat one. Alright, another fight with the bears. There's no sense in we're gonna take some damage no matter what, apparently. Medium wood armor, more meat. I'll agree to pay for 1 curse. And what do we have a ton of? We have a ton of regular wood. So I just have to give them 40. Like that. There we go. The physical curse on this character has been removed, so that's good. That was decreasing his stats a little bit. And I think that frees up all the curses that we had on people. Alright, these guys can finish this up. The terrain research should almost be done. We're 2 turns away from one of those being completed. Alright, we need another one of those. And this time we want to make this one. And cooking. All I have left is pierogi. I don't have enough vegetables to do either of those. But we can make some more of these. So we'll go ahead and put a couple of characters on that. And then as far as gathering, we can throw him over here and help with that. We're not going to stay here too much longer. I've got 1 research point now. I need 2 to get this, so we're going to wait, hold on to it. We are actually going to pack up and run, I believe. 1 turn away from furs. What about my food? Alright, we'll wait 1 more turn. I guess it really doesn't matter what these guys do, because we're not doing anything at the moment. This character has reasonably good perception, but anytime we get a warrior with the strength attribute, I think we should take it. Alright, and now it's time to break camp and finish our scouting that I was doing earlier. Let's head over here, and then we can take on this layer first. Pack of beasts. I think we just fight them. We're pretty strong at this point. Ooh, some more spices. Fighting these beasts is giving us lots of monster bone and fur, which is interesting. Our overburden capacity has been breached again, so I need to go to my inventory and make sure more characters are carrying these. So while we're not crafting anything, we probably need to have these in our hands. And that might move us high enough. Just barely. Alright, so we've uncovered iron, quartz, dragon bone, wood, and another bear layer. More heavy armor. Permanent point of strength on one of our warriors. Clear the bear layer. Alright, and then let's head back this direction. I think there's a little patch that's still in the fog of war here that we can't see. We need to uncover that. Oh, we're overburdened again. Go figure. Alright, well, we've got all these heavy suits of armor that we've been grabbing. Most of these are not going to be better than what we already have, so we can just demolish them all. I think we'll go ahead and demolish the shield as well. I could potentially use the shield. The Amber Club is definitely never getting used. And the bows, let's see. This is a pretty good bow. It's better than this crossbow. So we'll get rid of the crossbow, and we can actually get rid of that as well. And we can get rid of this one. And then I can just throw the best crafting tool on her for now. The other ones can kind of wait. Let's take a look. Got a lot of wood. I can definitely be eating meat again. We got so much of it. And the grain for that matter. The spices I would like to save because we can use those in recipes when we do camp. And the vegetables, I really don't care at this point whether we eat them or not. We'll find some more. We can gather them. We have lots of food. Probably more than we need. Alright, and I can spend a turn gathering more furs, but I think we're fine. Alright, characters have leveled up. Luck or poison throwing dagger. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the poison throwing dagger. The rat, I think we're just gonna continue to take any ability that's 2 points. And new abilities. Showing off or counterattack, both of which are based on intelligence, which he is slightly higher than. Counterattack seems really good. This gives us a yellow attack, but I like counterattack a lot. We're mainly going to be in red combat. Alright, we should be able to get over here and uncover all of that. And here we go. So, it looks like there's some grain and wood over here. And I think we've just about got the whole island, starting island, uncovered now, don't we? There's a little area up here that we're missing. Obviously the ocean area we're missing. Nope, there's some territory down over this part of the map that never got uncovered. So that's probably where we head next. This is all uncovered at the moment. Okay. So our party needs to travel that direction. I guess we can move one space here. And we'll just need to keep an eye on our faith. If we get the little warning that our faith is getting low, we can stop and do a ritual perhaps. And then just keep an eye out for things that we might want to collect on our way. For example, herbs in particular would be helpful. I'm not sure if we can get across here. It looks like we're gonna have to go all the way around the long way, huh? Yeah, that's a long journey there. So if we're going to make that long journey, we definitely want to make sure we have everything we need over here. The other thing that I could do that wouldn't be a bad idea would be to create a raft. However, a raft has the limitation of only being able to carry a small amount of weight. But we definitely have the wood for it. And if we don't, we can get it. So let's head up north here. We'll head over to this spot where there's a bunch of wood and also steel, I think. And see about building some kind of a boat. So this would give me 3 sites to collect wood, 1 site to collect berries. That's probably fine. Let's make camp. And then let's go to crafting. And let's look at boats. So I could build a sailboat, but not a ship. Why can I not build a ship, you ask? Well, because I don't have enough wood, I suppose. But if I wanted to build a ship, out of, say, wood and furs, which I have in relative abundance, the ship would not be particularly good, but it would be good enough to get us across the water. What if I wanted to build one of these ships out of wood? This has a movement of 7, but a very light capacity. Using the furs helps the capacity a little bit. What about using monster bone? That helps it a little bit more. I don't really have... 36 is way too light though. And then a raft. I mean, monster bone and furs, very light. One thing I'm not sure of is whether the gathering tools apply their bonus to the ship. If that's the case, we might actually be able to get away with a lighter ship. Because I could craft this right now. This one, on the other hand, not so much. I do have a lot of monster bone, though. 116 to be exact, and I could make some more. We would only need 130. So if I had 130 monster bone, and then we use 75 fur, that actually gives us a pretty reasonable ship with 72,000 group carry capacity that may even be increased above that. So I kind of like this quite a bit. And it uses up the materials that we already have access to. So what I need to do is, instead of using wood, we need to go to composites and figure out if we can make some monster bone. So I can turn monster bone into regular bone. But because I don't have access to it, I can't craft it. However, it should be the same recipe as this. So 8 regular bones should turn into 2 monster bones once I learn it. So we're going to have to waste our point. I don't say waste. We're going to have to use our point to learn monster bone. Monster bone is on the island, so it's not a complete waste. We'll definitely be able to gather more of it if we need it. And then, now that we have the monster bone, that gives us 10. I need to go here, and we need to make some more. Now, how much more did I need? I think I needed 130. So we only need to do this twice. And we can put our best chick on it, and that should happen relatively quickly. And then let's go ahead and get that sailing ship designed. So we wanted to use the big ship designed with this and the furs. Confirm that design. And then as soon as we get the monster bone, we'll put the 2 best craftsmen on this. Everybody else can probably be on research of some kind. I imagine 5 turns is enough, but just in case, we might as well do another one of these and have these other characters on those. I might be able to get this down to 9. Let's take a look at my equipment. And let's find this item on her. That actually dropped it all the way down to 7 turns. So that's actually really good. These guys will get that done in 7 turns, and she'll take way more than 7 turns. So then these two can go here, and we'll just get some research done and replenish the points that we just spent. Also, our overburden alert has happened once again, but that's fine. We'll take care of that pretty quickly here. Once we get our boat made, that's all we needed there. So now, back to crafting. Put her on there and make sure she's equipped with the best crafting tool, which she is. Then our second best craftsman, this guy, can go on there as well. Make sure he also has a good crafting tool. Probably this one. That looks fine. Alright, so now we've got this down to 10 turns, which is good. That's not too long. It probably would take us more than 10 turns to walk all the way around, but once we have the ship, we'll have a lot more freedom to get around the island at our leisure. And we can leave some of the stuff on the ship. The ship sort of counts as a pseudo-village if you build the big one. Alright, an adventure has triggered, so let's go ahead and read this. You enter the forest and discover a hastily abandoned woodcutter camp. There is an overly large chunk of tree that has been chopped down, but not yet fully worked. You see a face in great pain staring back at you from the tree trunk. We have the option to speak to it. A nearly dead tree spirit, good, leave it to die and gather the wood, or it may be nearly dead, better to just leave it be. We should probably speak to it, since we are of the nature discipline. Words. Difficult. Acorn. Plant. Hastily. The tree spirit spits out a tiny acorn. Take the acorn, use your forest power to plant it properly, and thus allow for the Leshe's eventual rebirth. This seems valuable. Take the acorn. Being a chosen of the god of nature, we should probably plant it. Alright, cool. Nice blessing for all of our characters for 4 turns. Let's see. These guys are getting research done. I did pull him off of there, so that's going to take a little longer, but that's fine. The ship would take a lot longer, but we're taking advantage of the autumn season, which crafting is 25% faster, so that's good. Unfortunately, it looks like the season's going to end before we get the ship made, which is kind of unfortunate. So we're going to lose our buff here pretty soon. Let's take a look. What's our progress? We're at 5 turns. So this will probably take more like 6 or 7 turns. our points back, that's good. The skies darken. At first you think the black mist is descending. Gradually you realize the shadow being is carefully examining each of you and nodding to itself as if taking notes. It whispers, "Have you talents that shall marvel me?" Well, we are kind of demon hunters. This kind of feels like a bad thing, so maybe we try to chase it away. The demonic apparition is unmoved by any of your actions, and you find yourself unable to amuse me. Runic symbols burn into your skin, each one slightly different. Some of you will now be compelled to perform trials, and you will have a feeling they are not optional. The being finds you all lacking, so it throws a random 4 of you into a dark pit of black mist, crawling with toxic insects. Try to climb out. Auto-resolve. We are good at these things. I suppose you aren't entirely useless. One of you may do as an oddity, yes. His shadowy face turns away as if speaking into the mist. Well, your pointless waste of space. Someone or something is thrown out of the mist, but before you can have a look at it, the demon reaches to grab one of you. Defend yourself. Alright. Auto-resolve will be a perfect victory, so we'll just accept that outcome. You defeat the demon and it cries out as it pulls back into the darkness. How splendid. I who collect will one day return for such specimens. He is gone and you are left with his rejected collectible. Take them and leave. So we got some dragon bone and some blood bone. Also, a ghost. A very powerful ghost. Holy crap. That's a tier 5 ghost. He's got all of his points filled out. 20 points of increased faith and 3 points of mysticism. Also, it is now winter time. Let's go to our inventory and take a look at our character classes and see which of our characters benefits from mysticism. And basically only her. So we'll throw the ghost on her. That gives her a little bit more mysticism, which is fine. Doesn't really help her wand much. I'm not sure if it helps any of her other attacks. So actually it does help with trash attack. But that's about it. Either way. Probably best to have it on her. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. She should pop back up next turn. Alright, what are we looking at? Now that we're at winter, so it's 3 more turns. We didn't lose too much time on this. Okay, and then we have Master Craftsman. We want to take that. Spiritual attack, draining your enemy's soul. View the details. Just normal 1.4 multiplier on a single target attack. Probably not as good as the Craftsman trait, since she is our lead Craftsman at the moment. Alright. We're not going to be here 5 turns, so that's not going to get done. But I could put the 2 best ones over here and get that completed in 2 turns. And then these guys, no, not going to be enough. So it's pretty irrelevant what we do there. Let's see. I A trader caravan approaches. Hey there, fellow travelers. I am Van Arrow, a traveling salesman like no other. I have for you a rare treat, robes weaved from the most delicate spider silk. Spider silk. Yes, in times of old, one could harvest spider silk freely and weave the most wonderful clothes from it. Alas, a long-term effect of the darkness changed our dear spiders, and now their silk is too rare to harvest reliably. But I found a stash of it, and it crafted into these lovely robes. Please note that you will not be able to salvage the silk. The weaving technique is such that it can only be used once. Ask to see the wares. With such exotic stock, I can assure you that you'll get at least a strong robe, perhaps even rare if you're lucky. I will match the design for you once you pay me. Unorthodox, I know, but take it or leave it. I have many clients. Interesting. Let's go ahead and buy some rare robes, potentially. 6,000 is the balance that he would like. 6,000 is a bit steep, but perhaps we can get rid of some things that we don't really need. So if I get rid of all of these junk robes and the bow, even the fur tools, we can craft new ones. That only gets me to 4,000. We can definitely get more bloodbone. What else do I want to maybe give up? Oh, the leather. We don't really need the leather. Gets me to 5,000. Ooh, and sandstone is very heavy and very useless. That gets me to almost 6,000. Well, we have regular bone too. And we have regular gems. So what does that put me at? 7,000? I could keep the blood bow or the elven shield, or we could maybe keep our fur tools, which are actually helpful to us. If we keep the fur tools, I'm going to need to put a few more things in here, but I think that's probably fine. The iron is pretty heavy, but does that give us what we need? Not quite. The malachite puts us over the top. So which of these items do I want to take back? If any of them. I could take the 2 robes back, maybe? They're not very good. We could craft better ones. The steel is worth 10, really? Yeah, that's not enough to be. Some of our food is actually worth a lot. For example, this is worth quite a bit. That means I could take the shield back and the bow. Yeah, this will work. This will work just fine. Confirm. Ooh, nice. Pay for a chance of up to 3 rows. Alright, so all we got was a single row. It is not a mastercraft, but it is reasonably good, and better than what the rat currently is wearing. So we'll throw it on him. That means we could probably get rid of this, except I don't have my light robes anymore, so I'll keep this in case we get another child, maybe. Alright, we have our boat. Also, we lost a lot of weight, so we don't have to worry about re-equipping everybody with the weight tools. We've got 6 movement. If we get to here, we should be able to use our last point of movement to get into the water. And our boat will have to wait a turn. But on our boat, it works a lot like a village. It gives us access to a couple of things. One of the things we can do on our boat, which is nice, is while we're traveling, we can always be doing research. So 7 turns on the boat. I believe as long as we keep one character on the boat, the rollover to this doesn't actually disappear. 7 turns is too long, but 4 turns? 4 turns isn't that long. And also, 2 turns, every 2 turns we could get just 1 free point. Now keep in mind, that takes a long time to fill up, but it's still faster than what we're currently collecting them at. There's no gathering that we can do here, but maybe we could do some cooking. Let's take a look. We do have some of that we can cook. And also this. I wanted to cook some of that. Grilled meat with this. Yeah. So we'll do the grilled meat with the spices. Alright, and then one more character. We'll just put him over there. Now, as long as I leave the ship in the water, I think we could keep collecting research that way. But there is a catch to that. In order to move another party onto the ship, you have to actually have a raft in your inventory. Which is kind of weird, but you can't travel from the shore to a ship. However, the ship can travel to the shore. The group can regroup and then go back in the water. But it's a little bit more cumbersome to do it that way. Alright, so we needed to get the last of this uncovered down here. But we do have the ability to make landfall for a turn. Investigate. Take from these titans what you can salvage. Oh yay, beat it! This is our find. A couple of burly dwarves stand in your way. Weapons at the ready. Can we accomplish? Oof. Not without great difficulty, but perhaps we're more capable than the game thinks. With good use of our tanking pets, we might be able to do just fine. I probably won't be able to play most characters more than one time, however. But I think that's okay. We'll start with our swordsman and put him right there. That way he's getting maximum area. Okay, who's going down next? Well, whoever we put in front of this character, it's probably going to have to be the werewolf, right? He can soak 2 attacks from this, or 1 attack from this and 1 attack from something else. That's 40 damage that we're going to be able to avoid. And then a hammer attack or a spear attack. Do a spear attack here. Alright, this is a different bear with a lower attack value, so I'm not as worried about him. I need to play this character right now. That's probably the best place for him. This character doesn't have with her. I should probably do that last though. Unless I have a better play. The spider can actually be placed here. I don't really want to put her out, but I want to use her character, so we'll put the spider there. And then we'll put the ghost over here. I don't have any more points. I can play hurry up on one of my characters. Does it make sense if we put hurry up on this character or this character? None of these are close enough in time that it will actually matter. Alright, who do we want to focus? I guess the most dangerous bear, right? Unfortunately, they avoided all my AoE attacks. Like, every one of my AoE attacks is basically failed. Oof, that hurt. Yeah, we did not come out of that nearly as effectively as I'd hoped. Alright, let's put him right in the middle. Put him here. I need damage, so let's put her on the field. Alright, we can do... some damage to him here. Who else do I need to play? The werewolf, right? Oh, that's why I'm taking damage. I forgot, using the werewolf actually injures him. Alright, this will actually probably be the end. Nope. We have one more round. I'll put him out. He's got a nice, why didn't he use his spear attack? Alright, she can kill this guy before he gets to act. She can summon a ghost here to soak that hit. I guess we'll throw the werewolf out? I don't know. Yeah. That wasn't too bad. We did take some serious injuries and she is super hurt. We're definitely going to have to set up camp and hope that she doesn't die. He's also super hurt. But he has a lot of health, so I don't think he's actually in lethal range. She is definitely in lethal range. What did we find? Armor. That's actually a really good set of elemental armor. Topaz robes. Those are okay. A really good flat bonus to crafting. Some pickles. Take the salvage and leave. Also some more dragon bone. You find a young girl crying in the woods. She notices you and looks up with hope. Approach her. I am Suri. I'm looking for the bad men who killed my family. Mama was carrying babies and my sisters too, but all were killed and sliced and burned after. That's kind of dark. So I don't even have bodies to mourn. The men went away, but I am too small to kill them myself. Will you help me? Offer her a place by our side. No, I will find the men and die if I have to, but I will not rest in peace. I have my family to go after. They are not you. She does not speak like a child. Ask how old she is. Older than it seems, probably. Will you help or not? They gain time as we stand here. I guess we'll agree to help. This seems like a trick. Good, I will show you where they are, and I will follow you to see revenge done. Nod and leave. Alright, we have any movement? I do. The camp over here might allow me to rest and heal if I can get there in time. Welcome them to your camp. This is not what I wanted. We've fought this many times, but not injured. Alright. That's fine. What is this? Trade, 10 turns, recruit spiders. This one doesn't actually have it. This isn't the Stinger camp. Alright, well, we'll trade with them. I'll take all of their good resources for some of my junk. That we don't need. That we don't need. That we really don't need because I can craft something that's at least that good. That we don't need. This trash one we don't need. Puts us about halfway where we need to be. We don't need the regular leather. We don't need the regular bone. I'm not sure we're going to have enough to get all of this. So we could take this off, since there's plenty of this around for me to gather. What do I have that's worth anything? We do have some food that's worth a few things, but we don't have a ton of it. Alright, well I can craft a shield that's probably as good as that, and I can craft a bow that's probably as good as that. What else? What else indeed? We have 111 of these. Like, what if we gave you half of them? Yeah, like that many of them. There we go. Confirm. Alright, we need to set up camp. I'm not really concerned about the vegetables. What I am concerned about is my morale. Let's not burn those. Right now morale is really high, so that's good. Equipment. This gives her more health. I don't have any other jewelry that will help, I don't believe. Yeah. So we'll just leave that on her for now, and hope she doesn't die. Let's go ahead and level these characters up. This character is yellow stats. However, strength is always good. Plus 2 points of strength does increase your health pool. I think I'll grab that. He could definitely use more toughness. He's also a pretty decent craftsman, but I'm going to go with the toughness and then obviously the strength on our warrior. That all makes sense to me. Alright, well, here we go. Alright, we survived one turn. Let's take a look at how much we healed. So we healed 10 health, but we're still in the danger zone. Also, if we go to here, we'll see her morale is still maxed out, which is curious. Usually when you restore health like that, your morale drops, but it gives you more health. That might be a setting that's not normal mode. It might be on easy mode or on custom mode that I was getting that effect. Okay, one more turn. Let's see if we can actually talk to them. Yes, we actually have a character who can perform this now. The illness is terrible, but it's not on the character that matters. Fine, we'll just fight them and murder them because we're really good at murder. I mean, when your god is this guy, you tend to be good at murder. Alright, the rat leveled up. We'll just go ahead and get strength of the swarm. And we did heal through that. So she's at 28 now. And her morale is still maxed out, so she must be getting enough morale from all this food to keep her stats really high, and that gives us the extra regeneration and hit points and health regeneration, so good stuff. Alright, the Red Ridge Bandits we wanted to fight eventually. We also have this terrain artifact, and then there's several things down here that we need to get done. But while it's still winter, I probably need to make sure we're all healed up. And that's going to take a couple more turns. Also, our carry capacity is getting pretty close to the limit again. We can fix that pretty easily by throwing the tools back onto these two characters for now. That should take care of that problem pretty handily. And I really should have had my characters doing research while we were sitting here. I didn't even think about that. Well, 4 turns ought to be enough. Gathering. Oof, 6 turns, really bad. Cooking? Is there cooking you guys can get done? Yeah, a little bit. And this guy can't just do that. Alright, we'll spend a couple turns here. Yes, so now that I know what's going on, the reason that every time I get in a fight, my Choosen loses health is because I keep using the werewolf card. I forgot that the werewolf card actually costs you health. Not sure why I forgot that, but that's what it was. And using it multiple times in that last fight is really what killed us more than the fight itself. We have like an infinite supply of monster bone and fur. Monster bone, fur, and experience. And now we're overburdened again. But we leveled up. Wits would actually be pretty good on our Choosen. Perception's also her key trait. But I think I will take the 2 points of Wits for faster actions. And then this character has the toughness trait or the counterattack trait. If we max out the counterattack trait, that will be pretty good. It looks like he deals about 5 points of damage every time he gets attacked, so that's not bad. Alright, these guys can no longer do that. In fact, there is no food on our list that we can do, but there is a food that we can add to our list if we wanted to. Research-wise, 2 turns to get this done, 2 turns to get that done, sure. We'll wait 2 turns, and I'll put him on that, and we'll do this twice. So there's 1 turn. And 2 turns. I didn't even wait. Alright, another level on her. We'll grab luck. Actually, reliable argument is a wisdom-based attack. What does she have for those? So reliable argument would actually be pretty helpful in certain types of challenges. I think I am going to go ahead and grab that. Alright, that's been completed, that's been completed. We can break camp now. And we can go get this point of interest real quick. Use our muscles to break through and injure everybody. Search the chamber. Alright. Easy peasy. Bunch of resources that we rather don't need, and then a bunch of topaz, which is actually a pretty good resource. Alright, from here, what do we want to do? I think we just go take on the Red Ridge Bandits at this point. Never did finish them off.
You again? Die! You slaughter most of the bandits. Those who survive run away via hidden passages, swearing revenge upon you. You find some goods,
lot more
and even
damage.
some cages where livestock and people were held. Some are empty, but perhaps a few may yet be occupied.
That was a lot more damage than I was expecting.
You find a horse. The alchemist arrives out of nowhere and looks pleased, ignoring all the bloody carnage.
Splendid! My oh my, I never did think you'd go this way. So the cave entrance is now clear. I will go in first, make way and mark it for you on the map.
Okay, well that might have actually killed our party. There's almost zero chance that we get out of this without somebody dying. Adds extra shielding. This one uses intelligence. So yeah, 2 points of intelligence, fine. Angry bandits. Can we intimidate them? No, we cannot. Well,
ever since that odd dream,
that's
or even before that,
really
you
bizarre.
had a sense of the world being wrong. The crow speaks as it soars above you. I am no one of importance, at least obedient, good. But the
Okay, who is departed? Yeah, that's... all of our characters are dead. Well, the the conclusion of our run with this character has probably just occurred. I was expecting some damage, but not every one of our characters to be on death's door, and then to get attacked by a second group that finished us off, essentially. So, yeah, this is probably it for this run. They're back, angry bandits. And all we have is a rat. And now we don't even have the rat. Oh dear. And we finally died. Alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead and end this run. Show our score. This is not our score. I don't know where these are. We did not have Golem heavy armor. Oh, these are the all-time highs, I believe. So that was our most powerful character from a previous game. 97 turns survived. We'll get 6 god points. That's fine. So, yeah, the very sudden and anticlimactic conclusion of the Choosen of Horz is now upon us. I'm not sure whether I'll immediately fire up another game of Thea 2 in the next couple of days. I may jump into something else for a little while. But, yeah, that's what happens in Thea 2 when you get a little bit reckless and let the AI do your battles for you. We definitely could have done that battle against the bandits better than the AI did. I'm not sure that the outcome would have been that much different if we continually get attacked by those bandits that spawned probably from destroying the camp the way that we did. There was definitely another way to get rid of that camp, and we probably should have pursued it, but we managed to fight off those dwarves and bears in that cave, so I figured maybe we had a shot. I was wrong, so lesson learned. That'll be it for me tonight, so you guys have a wonderful evening. This has been TheNosePlays.